Guys, yet again, we're talking about Rudolph, Mason Rudolph. Now, there's been some rumors and reports and articles out there that Rudolph may have a chance to be traded to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, how much truth is to that? I'm not totally sure. But this is one thing that kind of makes sense to me. I was reading a few articles on the internet and I started to think about it. Mason Rudolph to the Dallas Cowboys kind of just makes sense, right? The very first game the Pittsburgh Steelers played this week, Steelers versus Cincinnati, they dressed two quarterbacks in Trubisky, who started, and Kenny Pickett. Mason Rudolph didn't dress. Now, Mike Tomlin went on notice to say that he wasn't going to dress a quarterback number 3. So you're probably asking yourself, why would you bother having another quarterback just sit there and not dress? Could there be a trade looming with a team that needs a quarterback? Dak Prescott went down with an injury. I think he hurt his hand. Other reports I read by Ian Rappaport hurt his hand. He's had surgery, and I believe he's going to be coming back. Return, October 30th against the Bears, or possibly after the bye in November. That's 6 to 8, 9 weeks away, right? That's a very long time without a quarterback. The Dallas Cowboys have no quarterback, and they looked awful against the Buccaneers when they lost 19-3. So to me, this trade would make a lot of sense. But in the comments below, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Rudolph just sitting there, quarterback number 3. We have our two guys that are vying for quarterback number 1. Trubisky's the guy right now, but it also could be Kenny Pickett. So what do you do with Rudolph? Do you let him sit there the whole year and carry a clipboard? Or do you use him for some draft capital, send him to a team who needs him, and get back a 3rd or a 4th if you can? Now, that might be a bit too high. Maybe you go lower and get back a 5th rounder. Right? I'm not too sure. But let's look at some of the stats for the quarterback for the Cowboys at the moment. Cooper Rush is one of the backup quarterbacks for the Dallas Cowboys. This fella has played with Dallas for over 5 years, right? However, he's played in 8 games. I'm not even sure how many times he started. He has 38 completions, 63 attempts, 60% completion percentage, not even 500 yards. Do you trust this guy, Cooper Rush, to be your quarterback in Dallas? For me, no, I wouldn't. There's also another guy as well. I believe Will Greer is on the roster. Do you trust that guy to be the quarterback in Dallas, right? The Dallas Cowboys right now are probably freaking out, trying to, like the old adage, a duck swimming on water. They look calm on the surface, but if you look under, their feet are paddling like crazy. Okay. Now, I'm not saying Mason Rudolph's going to be their only one option. There could be other ideas about, Jimmy G possibly being traded from the Niners to the Cowboys. However, that's another NFC team that they have to deal with maybe come the playoffs. Why would you want to trade Jimmy away to one of your rivals that you play in the NFC? That could happen though. But for Mason Rudolph's case, going to Dallas, right? He's a pretty good backup. Sure, maybe he's not the best starter in the world. He does have, I believe, it's 8-9 record, or 9-8. It's one of those two. He's around that. He's won about 8 games in the NFL. He's played 17 games in 3 years, over 384 attempts, 60%, over 2,300 yards, 16 TDs, and 11 interceptions, right? Mason Rudolph has done it before and can be a backup or can be a starter for a short time. To me, this will make most sense. The Steelers have a chance to part ways with Rudolph, and the Cowboys will be getting a backup quarterback and a starter for the short future. Go and get Mason. If you're the Cowboys, go and get Mason. Put him as number 1 for the next, say, 6 to 7, 8 games. Then once Dak Prescott is back, then you have a backup quarterback in Mason Rudolph that is probably, 3 times better than Cooper Rush. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just reporting the news that I see. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments if you would be happy to see Mason Rudolph become a Dallas Cowboy. For myself, I think it makes a lot of sense. He's sitting on the sidelines. Coach Tomlin isn't dressing him anyway. You might as well put him to good use. Use him as trade value to get back some picks or possibly a player. That may happen, right? But most likely get back some picks. And then you move on from there. You have Mitchell Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, two quarterbacks throughout the whole season. That's what I would do. And there's a possibility it could happen. Anyways, guys, thank you for checking out Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. We appreciate all the subs, all the likes. If you enjoy the content and you made it this far, hit that sub. Hit that like. See you later. As always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.